In the center of the Grand Mosque in Mecca stands the Kaaba. It is a cube-shaped building made of stone and covered by a black cloth with golden embroidery. To the outside world, it may look simple, but for Muslims, it is the most sacred structure on earth. The Kaaba is the house of God, the direction of daily prayer, and the heart of the annual pilgrimage. It is also a symbol of unity that connects over 1 billion people worldwide. This story explores the Kaaba not only as a religious center, but also as a historical and cultural monument. It tells how the Kaaba has shaped spiritual life, how it functions in rituals, and how it continues to stand as a timeless symbol of faith and unity. Long before the rise of Islam, Mecca was an important center for trade and gathering in Arabia. Caravans passed through the desert, and tribes from different regions visited the city. The Kaaba already stood as a central sanctuary. Many groups placed symbols and idols around it, and the building was a place of respect, negotiation, and even peace. With the spread of Islam, the Kaaba took on a new role. It was no longer a shrine for many tribes, but became the house dedicated to the worship of one God. This transformation gave the building a universal meaning that has lasted until today. At first glance, the Kaaba looks very simple, a cube of stone, about 13 meters high, with a single door and covered by the kiswa, the black cloth with Quranic verses embroidered in gold. But this simplicity is part of its power. The kiswa is replaced every year during the pilgrimage season. The fabric is handmade with great care, and the golden calligraphy makes it a striking image against the desert sun. Inside, the Kaaba is empty except for marble walls and a few lamps. The emptiness reflects an important idea. God cannot be represented by images or statues. The Kaaba is not an idol, but a spiritual center, a symbol that points to God's presence. At the eastern corner lies the black stone, Al-Hajar al-Aswad. Pilgrims try to touch or kiss it during their ritual walk, but it is not worshipped. It is respected as a relic that connects believers with centuries of history. The Kaaba is at the heart of two main pilgrimages, the Hajj and the Umrah. Hajj is the major pilgrimage, obligatory once in a lifetime for every Muslim who is physically and financially able. It takes place once a year and brings millions of people together. Umrah is the smaller pilgrimage that can be performed at any time. It is voluntary but deeply valued. During both pilgrimages, one central ritual is the tawaf, walking 7 times around the Kaaba in a counterclockwise direction. The movement symbolizes unity, with people from every culture and social background moving together in harmony. Pilgrims also perform other acts of devotion, but the Kaaba remains the focal point. Its presence gives meaning to the entire journey. One of the most powerful roles of the Kaaba is being the Qibla, the direction of prayer. No matter where Muslims live, whether in small villages or large cities, whether in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the Americas, they all turn toward the Kaaba when they pray. This shared direction creates a deep sense of unity. A farmer in Indonesia, a doctor in Egypt, and a student in Canada are all connected through the same focus. Historical records tell of times when the black stone was moved or even stolen, only to be returned later. These events show that while the physical structure faced challenges, the symbolic meaning of the Kaaba was never lost. The Kaaba, as we see it today, is the result of many restorations and reconstructions. Yet its form has remained recognizable for centuries, and its symbolic role has never changed. Around the Kaaba rises the Masjid al-Haram, the Grand Mosque. Over time, this mosque has been expanded again and again to welcome the growing number of pilgrims. Today, it is the largest mosque in the world, capable of hosting more than 2 million worshippers at the same time. Modern transportation, planes, buses, and high-speed trains, has made it possible for Muslims from even the most distant parts of the world to visit Mecca. This growth brings great challenges of organization, safety, and health. Authorities work to ensure that the Hajj can be performed safely by millions at once. Despite the modern infrastructure, the Kaaba itself remains untouched in its essence, simple, quiet, and deeply symbolic. Perhaps the greatest power of the Kaaba is the unity it represents. During prayer, all Muslims face the same direction. During pilgrimage, all wear simple white garments known as ihram, showing equality before God. In this setting, differences of wealth, nationality, language, and social class disappear. What remains is a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, a human community connected by a shared focus. The Kaaba makes visible an ideal that goes beyond ritual, the vision of unity in diversity, where millions of individuals become part of one movement and one circle. For Muslims, the Kaaba is sacred, but even for people outside the faith, it is fascinating. How can a simple stone structure carry such deep meaning? The answer lies in symbolism. The Kaaba represents devotion, direction, and focus. It transforms space into meaning and makes geography spiritual. Historians see in the Kaaba a monument that has survived centuries of change. Sociologists see a symbol that unites people across cultures and continents. Believers see the house of God. The Kaaba is all of these things at once. The Kaaba teaches an important lesson. Power does not always come from size or decoration. Many great monuments in the world are known for their beauty or complexity. The Kaaba, by contrast, is a cube of stone covered with cloth. Its greatness lies in meaning, not in appearance. It shows that sometimes the simplest form can carry the deepest truth. The Kaaba reminds humanity of the value of direction, of unity, and of focusing on what is essential. The Kaaba is more than a building in Mecca. It is the center of prayer, the heart of pilgrimage, and a symbol of unity for over 1 billion people. Its history is long and complex, marked by rebuilding, change, and growth. Its role is timeless, linking individuals across the world to one sacred center. In a divided world, the Kaaba continues to remind people of peace, equality, and togetherness. It proves that even the simplest structure, when filled with meaning, can stand at the center of human life and faith.